Hey, it's me, Renee. I'm back. And today I'm doing something I don't do that often, but I decided to do it right now because I feel like it. And it's December reading wrap up. Uh, I decided to stop doing reading wrap ups 2 years ago because, yeah, 2 years ago, because I felt like not all the books were amazing books. And I don't really want like to talk about books that aren't that good. If you're just gonna point to a book and say like it's a book, it existed, I feel like that's kind of redundant, really. But last year actually was a pretty good reading year for me. I did talk about quite a lot of the books that I did read, but yeah, now I'm gonna do a wrap up of December. So December was December was Dark December, or Dark December Readathon, hosted by Luna over at the College Grove Library. I'll link it down below. And that was a very chill, very nice readathon, and it ended up like working very well with my plans. The prompts, it was just kind of bingo board. The prompts was science fiction, LGBTQIA+, Nordic, cats, short story, tea, red cover, the night sky, Norse myths, by BIPOC, classic, holiday season, travel, Japan, deep sea, graphic novel, and yeah, that's it. And you could double up, triple up, all you can find one book that works for all. That's up to you really. And you know what? A moment, I'll get a book. One book that I need to have. So yeah. Um. So in December, I read actually three Lisa Kleypak's books. I read The Devil in Winter by Lisa Kleypas, which is the third Lisa Kleypas story. It is third Lisa Kleypas. It's the third Wallflower story. It's the story of Evie, Evie and Sebastian, and that's a story of uh, marriage of convenience. And yeah, I would say that's one of my favorite stories in the Wallflower series, really. But then afterwards, I was like, I want to read about Daisy. Daisy's story sounds like it's going to be so cool, and I want to read more about Daisy. I mean, Daisy's story takes place in spring, but it's not like you have to read books set in winter. So yeah, I ended up also reading A Scandal in Spring, Daisy's story. And honestly, that to me is my favorite Wallflower book. I loved it so much. I have like a few gripes, but mostly I just loved it. And yeah, it was an amazing story. And then I also ended up reading A Wallflower Christmas, which is a short story in the Wallflower series, and slightly like a spin-off, slightly a sequel, because it talks about Rafe Bowman, the oldest Bowman brother, and he gets a love story and finds love in England. And honestly, that one I didn't love, but I did enjoy it. That one I felt like it kind of would be better as a full length story because this was a novella, so it was shorter than the other books. It was just a 5 hour audiobook, and yeah, but I enjoyed it. Still, I didn't hate it, but I kind of wanted more with it. Really, I wanted more of it. That's kind of the main thing with me there. I feel like definitely could have done more with it, but yeah. So and in regards to the Dark December readathon, uh, the holiday season. So I actually read several books that kind of fit around the holiday season. I read Wolfhound Christmas, which takes place during Christmas. I read The Chocolate Lovers Christmas, which also takes place during Christmas and has Christmas in the title, though that wasn't proud, but it does. So yeah. And then I also read Holiday Heroine, which also takes place during Christmas. an asshole in the title, though, yeah, but still mentioning it. And I read a bit in The Very Merry Murder Club by Serena Patel and Robin Stevens. So this is short story collection, and I started this collection last year. I got like 5 stories into it. There was not some that were more good, better than others, but I enjoyed it all in all. But I wasn't like I ended up not really being that much of a mood for this, so I didn't pick it up that much. But I did read it. I did read some in it. And I also would say that this would count for. There's a prompt for the Dark December readathon where you should have the sky, and in this one you have the sky pretty clear. You have the moon, you have the night sky. So gonna use this one for that. And then for the BIPOC, I'm gonna do both Hellhole the Heroine because so much. So for several books for the same prompt, why not? They work. And also So Over This. So Over This is a gay story. This is a bisexual love story, or the main character is bisexual to be precise. And there's also dating of different genders in this story. So yeah, then I will also do. I'm also gonna do this one with travel because they both travel in the story, and there's also time travel in it, so works in different ways. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Give me a little moment, and then you have red on the cover, which I would say actually both of these works because red there and also red there. So yeah, this is science fiction because a lot of things that like this is basis like mad scientists in kind of book form. This is kind of that people were experimented by, and things happened. And yeah, this is very science fiction, I would say. Then there's, actually, yeah, there's some tea in this one, and there's also a cat in this one. So yeah, I got most of the prompts really. In addition to these, as I said, I also read Death and the Conjurer by Tom Mead, which is the first book in his Locked Room mystery series. Did that one on audio, and I loved it so much. Definitely gonna be doing more of Tom Mead stories. He has 2 books out right now. I'm not sure if he has a third book coming up this year, but yeah, loved it so much. And I also read The Murderous Ape by Jacob Vegelius, which is a Swedish middleweight story originally. And it's kind of like, it's a bit of a book that kind of meanders, I would say, in a way. Like, one chapter is like I would say, like, it's more, in a way, it's a book that kind of feels like a novella story because it's very much like 2 chapters is about the same thing, and the next chapter is about another thing. So it's kind of small stories put into one, in a way, I would say. But it's very different and very cool, and yeah, I do recommend it. I also read Dungeons and Drama. Gonna be talking more about that on another video. So yeah, talk about those in another video. Yeah. Yeah, I can mention. I did also read Make a Season Bright by Ashley Herring Blake. And as a lot of people, I did not like it that much. I can't say that I hated it, but I was kind of. As was for me, it was kind of a meh book. I didn't really care that much about the characters or the story, so and like the writing was fine. But if you don't care about the characters, then when it's a character-based story, it gets a bit like, yeah, I suppose that's not what you want to do in that, really. And then I also started the month by reading A Christmas Carol, which also works for Dark December Readathon because it's a classic and they mention, yeah, one of the prompts is classic and short story, and A Christmas Carol is both of those. A Christmas Carol, I've seen some of the movies of that one. I know the story, I feel like, but I never read the book. And then I did an audio, and I felt like, oh, okay, so the story in the movies are kind of more or less the book. Like, I didn't really get any surprise there, I felt like, and honestly, I felt like it was fine. I suppose what I'm going to take from it is that I kind of want to read more Dickens because I like his style. Or, yeah, I do kind of like his style, though I read some of his books before. They've been a bit hit and miss, but I do kind of like his writing style. But yeah, other than that, like the Christmas Carol book, I would say you might as well watch a movie of it. I would say you don't have to read the book there, really. At least not in my scandalous opinion. Um, yeah, that's kind of it for the December wrap up. And yeah, I would say all in all, I had a pretty good reading month. There were some disappointments, but for most part, very good. Did I get to all the books I wanted to get to? No, I didn't. Sadly, I like in last part of December, my life got busy, but like I had my family coming to visit, so it was like good kind of busy. Also, I put some art up on the wall. Isn't it beautiful? And yeah, this is kind of that for this video. And if you read any of the books I talked about, talk to me in the comments, and I will see you soon. Bye.